Well, hello again, and welcome to another Hyperion morning. How you doing out there? Happy Easter, everybody. Hopefully your Easter morning is off to a fantastic start. Hopefully everything's going well for you. Me, I've had a few technical difficulties this morning, but I'm here. I made it a bit late, but here I am. Good morning, Marianne. Happy to have you here. Good to see you this morning. Hope things are going well for you. Hopefully your Easter plans are very good. I've seen Marianne posting some photos on social media with a lot of good food being cooked. Very excited for you, Marianne. Hopefully, I'm sure your family and friends, whoever's coming over for your Easter celebration, is very excited. Hopefully, whoever you are, whatever you're doing today, whether you're going to somebody else's house, your family, friends, whatever, or whether they're coming to your house, hopefully your celebrations are fantastic and you've got good plans ahead and good food ahead. No matter what you got going on. Happy Easter, everybody. Have a great day. Happy Sunday, everybody. Hopefully your Saturday was excellent as well. Hopefully your weekend has been rolling through and you're having a good time. Michelle and myself, we got out and we did a bunch of yard work yesterday, and I'm paying for it today. I'm feeling it really in my legs, in my back. Hey, look who's here. Michelle is here. She says, good morning. Happy Easter as well. She's checking in from the other side of the house of the Hyperion estate, as it may be. Not really, but our home. She's checking in, saying hello. Very, very cool. But yeah, we did some yard work. Very happy with some of the results that we got done yesterday because it'd been a while. There's some things that I really needed to do, but I went through that bout of about a month and a half where I wasn't feeling the best, and just some other things. We've had some trips out to Walt Disney World, etc. We had a cruise. Some things that we had going on, and I hadn't been able to get out there and get to it. But finally yesterday I was able to, and Michelle and myself, she put in a lot of hard work. I put in some work, and we got a lot of great stuff done. So we're pretty happy about what we did yesterday, even though, it wasn't the most relaxed. We did have a good relaxing afternoon after we got that accomplished. But it wasn't exactly like the most restful, relaxing Saturday. But hopefully today, got to finish up our episode today, and then we're going to kick back and just enjoy our Easter. Checking in on the allergies. Michelle, I know, took a lengthy shower to get any of that pollen and everything off. She says, yes, better for sure. So made it through the allergies yesterday for the most part. All right, what else are we talking about on this day? Well, as I mentioned a couple days ago, Star Wars Celebration has been going on over in Japan. I've been very confused on the timing. I don't know when any of these panels are because I don't even know what day it is in Japan. I think it's the next day already there. I think it's already wrapped up. I'm not completely sure, but there has been some interesting information that's come out of Star Wars Celebration in Japan, including this was a show that Michelle and myself really enjoyed. I'm going to zoom in a little bit because it's a little hard to see there, but Rebuild the Galaxy Season 1 was I believe it was just this last year, and it was a surprisingly great show. I mean, we love a lot of the Star Wars Lego shows, but there was a lot of interesting Star Wars lore and some interesting stuff that came into that. And now they announced that, yes, Season 2 will be debuting later this year on September 19th. So that's exciting. I know we're thrilled for that because the first portion of that was really fun and interesting and good. And can't wait to see what Season 2 brings. Also, more that's coming to Disney Plus. We're going to be getting Star Wars Visions Volume 3 or Season 3, where basically these are a lot of different animators and storytellers that have put together a series of shorts based around Star Wars, not necessarily canon, just kind of stuff that kind of explores the Star Wars world through different eyes. And usually a lot of it is from different places around the world, and how they see Star Wars and how they want to tell a Star Wars story. Fascinating. And they're also going to be revisiting a story from the past, The Ninth Jedi, one of the Vision stories, and actually making that into a series that's going to be coming out later. So that's kind of fun and interesting and exciting. Always good for more Star Wars content, that's for sure. Speaking of more Star Wars content, how about video games? We learned that there will be a new Fortnite edition coming very soon. It'll be called Fortnite Galactic Battle, Star Wars Fortnite, or Star Wars Galactic Battle in Fortnite. And apparently Darth Jar Jar is going to be taking part in that, which has always been a a fun thing for people to speculate about is that if Jar Jar was actually a Sith Lord, kind of in hiding throughout the prequel series. So they're going to be doing that. And then there's another brand new game coming. It's going to be called Star Wars Zero Company. That's going to focus on a group of, I don't know, the group of characters from within the Clone Wars area. And so that's an interesting game that I'll be probably checking out once that debuts here coming in the future. But the most important news that came out of Star Wars Celebration, at least yesterday or last night or whenever it was, I think it was last night, was we found out when the next Star Wars Celebration is going to be, one that's closer to home. Still a little, it would have been closer to our home a couple of years ago. Now it's still closer to home than Japan, but not as close as it used to be. But I definitely think we'll be putting in some definite thought into whether we'll be going or not, because Star Wars Celebration in 2027 will be taking place in Los Angeles. We have family, we have friends all around Southern California and in Los Angeles. We may be making a visit to them in April of 2027, April 1st through April 4th, 2027, Star Wars Celebration. Yep, that's right. That's right. Guess we're going to Disneyland and Star Wars Celebration in 2027. Very possible. Maybe a couple trips to Southern California, because I believe that the D23 Expo is also that year. Later in the year, maybe it'll be multiple trips to Southern California. We'll have to see about that. But yeah, exciting news. Star Wars Celebration, the next one coming to Los Angeles. A lot of fun for Star Wars fans. So very excited about that. What else are we talking about on this day? Of course, it is Easter. That is the big holiday for today, but it is still a national day for something. Always, every other day. And even on Easter, we have celebrations. Today is Volunteer Recognition Day. And of course, there are many volunteers who do fantastic things in all sorts of places around the world. And of course, here in the United States. Here you see a picture of the volunteers, from Disney, who do amazing, amazing things, step up. A lot of them as cast members, but there are also just fans that help in and step in. We've been volunteers before and done some amazing things or done some fun things. But all volunteers, Run Disney volunteers, amazing. Thank you so much for all you volunteers. Thank you so much for all you do. You step in, you don't get paid, you work hard, and you make amazing things happen. So thank you to all the volunteers out there on this Volunteers Recognition Day. What else is it today? Well, it is National Look-alike Day. Is there somebody that you look like? It's somebody that tells you, hey, you look like this person. Well, today's the day to celebrate that. I'm curious. I've never heard who I look like. I don't think I mean, there's been things referenced every once in a while, but I'm curious what people think that I look like. Is there somebody out there that's relatively famous that I look like? Is there somebody out there relatively famous that Michelle looks like? I'm curious, because I can't, if anybody was to ask me that, on our Ask Us Anything show coming up, it's like, who have people told you look like? I'm like, I don't really have anybody that I can think of. So I'd be curious who people think that Michelle and myself look like. So let us know. Let us know in the comments later, or let us know, anytime. I'd be happy to find that out. Anyway, if there's somebody that you look alike, it is National Look-alike Day today. Also today, and this is one that is interesting today, especially maybe because, it goes with ham a little bit. Today is Lima Bean Respect Day, which I love, because I actually enjoy lima beans. I know some people hate, they just don't want no part of lima beans. Lima beans, get them off the plate. I don't want to see them. I actually enjoy lima beans when they're seasoned well, cooked well. I enjoy my lima beans. And lima beans are really, really good for you. They are a superfood. They're full of protein, fiber, other nutrients. They're really, really good for you. I like that sometimes they try and hide them with the name of they call them butter beans, because, hey, butter, yum. So they try and hide them. They're lima beans, but they call them butter beans. But anyway, they are really, really good. Really, really enjoy them. Mary Ann likes them in small doses. Okay, I get that. I enjoy lima beans. I'm not going to say it's my favorite legume, vegetable legume, but I do enjoy them. And if they're cooked well and done right, I will enjoy them on my plate for sure. We have lima beans quite often here, and I like them. Maybe lima beans aren't your thing. Well, maybe you're looking for something a little less healthy or a lot less healthy. but still yummy. Well, today is National Cheddar Fries Day. Yeah, okay, I'm on board on that. Of course, it just some excellent, fantastic French fries, usually topped with a cheddar cheese sauce. So basically, fries with nachos or whatever, fry nachos, whatever you want to call it. Maybe you put some bacon on it, like on these, a little green onion as well. Yes, okay, sure, I'm on board for that too. You can offset it with some lima beans if you want, whatever. But yeah, really good. I do enjoy some cheddar fries. I definitely do not have them hardly at all, but when I do, yeah, I'm on board for sure. Also, if you're looking for something more of a dessert, and this fits right in with today as well, it is National Pineapple Upside Down Cake Day. And yes, a pineapple upside down cake will go perfectly on an Easter, because I mean, sometimes you get that sweetness that comes along with a ham, per se. A lot of times ham is the traditional dish on Easter, and a lot of times you'll have pineapple in that too. And hey, this would be a perfect accompaniment to finish off the meal. It's kind of a cornmeal cake with, of course, a pineapple. It doesn't have to be a cornmeal cake, but a lot of times it's a cornmeal cake with a sliced pineapple, just done really, really well. It is excellent. I do love a good pineapple upside down cake for sure. And today's the day to have one. So if you can pick one up, or if you can whip one up really quickly, you share it with your family, share it with your friends today. What else are we talking about? Well, if it is your birthday, a very happy birthday to you. Here are some of the amazing people that you celebrate your birthday with on this April 20th, 2025. How about George Takei? George Takei, of course, most well known as Sulu from the Star Trek franchise, multiple appearances over movies, television shows, animated programs as Sulu. He turns 88 today, born this day in 1937, but he's also done some fantastic voiceover work for many shows. He was the voice of the first ancestor in Mulan, Disney Mulan. He's also been in The Simpsons. He's been in Futurama. He's been all over. He has made so many appearances on television and movies. Just a great, great career. And of course, he's a strong LGBTQ advocate and fighter and activist. And he's just done amazing things. So happy birthday to George Takei. Talk about a great actress, Jessica Lange. She turned 76 today, born this day in 1949. She's multiple Academy Award winner. She's a multiple Golden Globe Award winner. And she has also won a Tony Award. She's done amazing things over her life. Many, many movies. She first made her big debut in the remake of King Kong back in 1976, but she was in Tootsie, which is a movie I love. She's been in Cape Fear. She's been in another movie that Michelle and I really, really enjoy and love, Big Fish. But so many roles, again, stage, screen, television, everything. She's done fantastic things. How about the Velvet Voice himself, Luther Vandross? He turned 74 today, born on this day in 1951. Great R&B soul singer, songwriter, producer. He's got multiple Grammys. Fantastic career for him. How about this guy who, man, probably should have more awards than he has, because he's done like crazy, fantastic things on especially the screen, but you may not even know it's him, because a lot of times it's motion capture stuff. But Andy Serkis, he turned 61 today, born on this day in 1964. From Lord of the Rings, he played Gollum / Smeagol. Star Wars, the sequel franchise or sequel trilogy, he played Snoke. He was also in Andor, the season 1 of Andor. He plays Caesar in the Planet of the Apes remake kind of movies, and more recent ones. All those motion capture, except for Andor, you wouldn't even know it's him. But he was also Ulysses Claw in the Marvel franchise, Black Panther. He's just done so many great things, so many great roles. And sometimes, like I said, you don't even know it's him. But if there's somebody who's doing some amazing motion capture work for a CG character, there's a fair chance it's Andy Serkis. So yeah, happy birthday to him. And finally, you may not recognize him in the bottom left corner there without all the hair from back in the 90s, but Joey Lawrence turns 48 today, born on this day in 1976. Of course, he was in Blossom, and that's when he had this amazing head of hair. But he's also done things with Disney, including he was the voice of Oliver in Oliver and Company. He's done, that's pretty cool. He's had a great career as well. So a very happy birthday to them. And once again, if it's your birthday, a very happy birthday to you. Don't let Easter overshadow your birthday. Make it a part of the celebration today for sure, because you deserve it. You deserve to celebrate an excellent birthday. One more thing before we get out of here, shameless self-promotion time. Yes, we do have a new episode coming this week. We've talked about it several times. Our interview with Charles Orgban III, who was the writer who adapted the novelization of the great Disney movie, Mufasa, The Lion King, of course, the prequel to The Lion King, story of how Mufasa became king. Just a great conversation with him. He's done so many amazing things throughout his career, including working on conservation efforts for both citizens and children, on up to corporate and nonprofit organizations. But he's also fought for social justice, and a lot of that comes through in his writing for this novelization. So hopefully you'll check that out today, because there's a lot of symbolism, a lot of metaphors within it, and we discuss a lot of that, plus just how great these characters are and the process of him getting the ability to write this book. So hopefully you'll check that all out. It's a interesting, fun, fascinating interview that I think you're going to enjoy, and that'll be coming out later today. We just need to finish up a couple more parts, the Disney stories of the week, etc., all that stuff. That'll be done today, and this episode will be out early this afternoon on the East Coast, more late morning on the West Coast for those of you living anywhere across the country. And also, of course, we do have, I'm going to sell this every single day, our first ever live show coming up this Wednesday on April 23rd, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 5:30 p.m. Pacific Time. Please mark your calendars, like and subscribe to the YouTube channel so you know when it's coming on. You can watch it on YouTube, best place to do it, but also on Instagram and also on Facebook. You can check us out there. It's our Ask Us Anything show. We want your questions. We've already received some questions from several people offline, off the air, that we'll be going through on the show. Thank you for everybody who's already submitted questions. You still can submit your questions. We have a few days here so if you would prefer not to ask questions during the show, that's fine. Or if you can't be there for the show, that's fine. But you can submit your questions to us either through our social media accounts or through our Gmail account, HyperionAdventuresPodcast@gmail.com. But what we really want is you to show up and be there and be interactive and be a part of us. Ask us questions as the show is going on. Follow up with questions that come up as we answer other questions throughout it. And Michelle has said she's not afraid to bribe. I'm not afraid to bribe people out there. There may be some prizes coming for some people who ask questions during that show. So yeah, we want to be sure you show up. We want people, because we're very scared. So we want people to be there. So yeah, definitely will not be scared to add a little bribery to make sure that happens. All right. Anyway, going to get out of there. Everybody have a fantastic Easter, a wonderful day. Enjoy it. Enjoy friends, enjoy family, enjoy food, enjoy fun, whatever it is you got going on today. Have a great day. And always, 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 as I like to say every single day, keep on sharing that kindness. Keep on sharing those smiles. And of course, keep on sharing that positivity. I'll be back tomorrow morning, 6:30 a.m. to do all those things with you once again, 6:30 a.m. ish. Until that time, everybody, have a magical day. See you tomorrow. Bye.